From the days of Soviet solidarity to a special and privileged strategic partnership, India and Russia have kept a rare, steady friendship that outlasts eras and headlines. Now, President Vladimir Putin is landing in New Delhi on December 4th for the 23rd India-Russia Annual Summit. A big moment, his first trip to India since the Ukraine war began. And it's not just ceremony. This summit is about resetting a relationship for a much stormier world. Let's break down what's at stake. Top of the agenda, defense. India is expected to push for some serious upgrades. Think more S-400 air defense systems, next generation Sukhoi Su-57 fighter jets, and even whispers about the futuristic S-500. But it's not just about buying. India wants joint development and technology transfer, part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat push for self-reliance. But there are issues though. Delays in deliveries, especially on the S-400s, have been frustrating. Still, Russia remains India's #1 arms supplier, even as India shops with France and the US. Next, let's come to energy. Since 2022, India has been the top buyer of cheap Russian oil, soaking up 35% of its oil imports from Moscow. That's helped trade jump to nearly 69 billion last year. Huge growth, but mostly thanks to oil. The headline goal now is to hit $100 billion in bilateral trade by 2030 and shrink the trade deficit by exporting more Indian goods like farmer and machinery back to Russia. But there's turbulence ahead. India's imports of Russian oil are starting to drop, and looming US and European sanctions could complicate things for Indian refineries. Washington is especially uneasy, threatening tough penalties for anyone trading with sanctioned Russian firms. So, India's got to walk a diplomatic tightrope, sticking with Moscow but not burning bridges in the West. Diplomatically, this summit is about reviewing that special and privileged strategic partnership. New Delhi is keen to show that it can balance big power relationships. It wants Russian tech and energy, also strong ties with the US and Europe. India is not picking sides, it's keeping its options open. On Ukraine, India has avoided finger pointing. Prime Minister Modi's called for dialogue, offered to help mediate. It's just the Indian approach to push for peace, maintain flexibility, and protect national interests. And on the ground, most Indians still see Russia as a very reliable friend, especially when it comes to defense and energy. Russians, for their part, see India as a key partner in Asia, a market and an ally as Moscow looks east. Bottom line, expect big announcements on defense, energy, and technology. Watch for India's careful diplomatic approach, keeping one foot in Moscow and one eye on Washington. The results, India's global standing will rise for years to come. Thank you for watching, and meet you in the next video.